And we welcome you to Dodgers Daily for Sunday, September 4th. I'm Casey Porter of Dodger Poker Report. I'm so glad that you decided to tune in. I'm not going to lie, there was a lot of losing last night down on the farm. It was a tough night. Oklahoma City lost an extra innings game. Tulsa gave up a late lead on a home run from Northwest Arkansas. The Great Lakes Loons were washed out, and then Rancho finished the night off by losing 8-4 to the rivals of the Angels single-A affiliates, Inland Empire. So it was a tough night down the farm, but as always, there were some great highlights. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get right to it, and let's take a trip down on the farm. AAA Oklahoma City scored 2 runs in the 10th inning on an RBI base hit from JamesAltman. That was right after Edwin Rios had hit a double, but gave up 2 in the bottom half of the 10th, then lost in the 11th to the Round Rock Express, the AAA affiliates of the Rangers, 8-7 at Dell Diamond Saturday evening in Round Rock. It was a disappointing loss. It was gut-wrenching. I watched the entire thing, but right-hander John Duplantier turned in another great outing as he started on the mound last night. He threw 5 scoreless innings. He had 4 strikeouts. He gave up just 1 hit, and in his last 3 starts, he's given up just 1 run in 14 innings, and he has 18 strikeouts. So well done, John. Keep up the great work. And I got to see the first challenge of the automatic balls and strikes strike zone system. So that was cool, and it actually got overturned. So I'm going to show that on my Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. If you want to go check that out, you can see it in this video here too. Edwin Rios hit home run number 5 with Oklahoma City last night, and it was hit 105.8 off the bat. It traveled 409 very happy feet. Rios had another double in the 10th right before JamesAltman drove him in with his RBI single, the 2-run RBI single to give Oklahoma City a 2-run lead in the top of the 10th that they could not hold on to, but Rios is hitting .245 with Oklahoma City. His OPS is .778. Tommy Kahnley gave up a run on a home run ball, but was good otherwise. Other than that, he threw 2 four-seam fastballs that were 94-95 and 9 changeups that were 88-90. So I'm sure the Dodgers are scoping out whether Tommy Kahnley can help the bullpen down the stretch for the big club. Another possible bullpen piece for the LA Dodgers down the stretch is Danny Duffy. He threw a scoreless inning last night for Oklahoma City. He had 1 strikeout. He gave up 1 hit. This was his second outing with Oklahoma City. He also had one with Rancho before he came to AAA OKC. He has not given up a run in any of his outings. He threw 12 four-seam fastballs last night that were 90-92, 2 sliders that were 81 and 83, and 1 sinker at 92. So you can see every pitch of his outing if you go to my Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. That is Danny Duffy. Well, I was telling you earlier about how Oklahoma City took the lead in the top of the 10th. Here is Edwin Rios' double that I was telling you about right after this. JamesAltman delivered a 2 RBI single to give Oklahoma City a 6-4 lead in the top of the 10th, a lead they could not hold on to. Rios had 2 hits last night. Outman is 14 for his last 28 with 3 home runs, 3 triples, 15 RBIs, and 9 runs scored, 34 total bases. There is the 2-run single that gave Oklahoma City the 2-run lead in the top of the 10th for JamesAltman. Jacob Amaya is one of the easiest Dodgers in the system to root for. His leadership skills are undeniable. He demands and commands the dugout, I should say, and the field. He definitely has natural-born leadership abilities, and he also is a very, very good baseball player. He had a huge game offensively last night for Oklahoma City in a game they had in the bag, as I mentioned earlier, but couldn't shut the door in extra innings. Amaya went 3 for 5. He extended his hit streak to 7 games, and in those 7 games, he is 10 for 26, 2 home runs, a triple, 2 doubles, 11 runs scored, and 21 total bases. So Jacob Amaya has been playing great offense as of late. The Drillers took a 5-run lead into the 6th inning before giving up a 3 spot in the top of the 7th, which proved to be too much to overcome, and dropped another tough one 8-6 Saturday night at beautiful One Oak in downtown Tulsa in front of 5,667 fans. You are looking at Leonel Valera. He had another big night for Tulsa with 2 hits and 2 runs scored. He has multi-hit games in 4 of his last 6 he's played in, and he has 10 for his last 22 with 2 home runs, a triple, 9 runs scored, and 18 total bases. Leonel Valera. One of my favorite young hitters in all of the game of baseball, Ryan Ward, had a big night for the Drillers with 2 hits, 3 RBIs, and he scored a run. Ward is hitting .260 on the year with an OPS of .828 and has 27 home runs on the year. What I love about him, his ability to hit the ball to all fields, and then also his ability to hit for power, but then also combine that, he has a good mix between power and being able to hit for average. He hit over 400 his sophomore year at Bryant. He backed that up by hitting .385 the year after that, and he has big power with the 27 home runs, so I love the young man out of Massachusetts, Ryan Ward. Okay, check this out. Jose Hernandez, the left-handed pitcher for the Drillers, hit 99 with his fastball last night. Then he threw 3 consecutive 98-mile-an-hour fastballs, then finished the inning, as you can see in this video. If we get through it all, or if you go to my Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, you're going to see after he threw a 99, 3 98s, he finished the inning by dropping just an absolute hammer of a breaking ball. Very impressive stuff from the left-hander Jose Hernandez, who, when he got called up to Tulsa, led all of the Midwest League in saves. So he is very, very good. He has not allowed a run in his last 3 outings, in 8 out of his last 9, and 12 out of his last 14. And Jose Hernandez has 21 strikeouts to just 4 walks in August, or at least he did in August, and so far now in September. Single A Rancho Cucamonga gave up 4 runs in the bottom of the first inning and was playing catch-up all night long. They simply could not catch up, and they lost 8-4 to Inland Empire, which is disappointing because you don't like to lose any time in any way, shape, or form to the crosstown rivals, the Angels, and Inland Empire is the Single A affiliates of the Angels. So Rancho dropped an 8-4 decision Saturday night to them. It was not because of Yainer Fernandez. He had a very good night, and I'm telling you, he needs to be put on your radar. There are people that go to Rancho games that know a lot about baseball. Living in 900 commented on my Twitter feed, who goes to Rancho games, that he is an absolute stud. He is very good. He got the scoring started last night for Rancho with a 2 RBI base hit. Fernandez is hitting .295. His OPS is .824 for the Quakes for this year, and he has hits in 6 of his last 7 games, and in 16 of his last 18. He hit .342 in August. His OPS is .1018, so the young Venezuelan, more catching depth in the organization. He can play multiple positions. Like I said, he needs to be put on your radar because he is very, very good. Just going to take a guess at it, but I'm guessing 2022 draft pick Kyle Fromke wasn't real happy with his Oregon Ducks football performance yesterday as they got beat down by the Georgia Bulldogs, but he probably was pretty happy with his performance last night on the diamond. He had an RBI base hit for the Quakes, and he has hits in 3 games in a row, and that's coming off a good month of August where he hit .279 with an OPS of .775. Kyle Fromke. Another 2022 draft pick, Bubba Aleene, had 2 hits for the Quakes, including his 6th double since joining the club. Aleene has multi-hit games in 2 of his last 3 he's played this month, and is hitting .333 so far in September with an OPS of .802. More 2022 draft pick coverage and more Taylor Young coverage, as he had another 2 hits last night for Rancho. This is his 2nd 2-hit game in a row and 4th of his last 7 games. He has 11 for his last 25, which equates to a .440 average during his last 25 at-bats. And during that time, he has 2 home runs, a double, 3 RBIs, 8 runs scored, and 18 total bases for Taylor Young, the young man out of Louisiana Tech. Here is the first look on Dodger Poke of 2022 draft pick Alex Freeland. Freeland is a switch-hitting 21-year-old that was drafted out of the University of Central Florida. Welcome to the Knights to the Big 12 here in the next couple of years. Of course, being an Oklahoma State fan, that means a lot to me because OSU is in the Big 12. But Alex Freeland, he hit .282 in 2022 with the Knights at UCF. His slugging percentage was .704. His on-base percentage was .419, which means his OPS was .1122, which is very, very good for Alex Freeland. Alex Freeland, the 2022 draft pick, the 21-year-old out of the University of Central Florida. Here's a good look at 23-year-old out of Mexico, Yamil Castillo. Castillo threw 2 scoreless innings for Rancho. He had 4 strikeouts, just 1 walk, and he gave up just 1 hit. His breaking ball last night was absolutely on point. Look at that dive in the dirt. He landed a bunch of them in the strike zone. Look at that one right there for strike 3. So Yamil Castillo, very, very good, very talented 23-year-old out of Mexico. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Left-hander Kelvin Batista, when he learns to land everything in the strike zone and throws more strikes and does not walk guys, he is going to be a very, very, very good pitcher in this Dodgers organization. He is super talented. Like I said, when he's throwing strikes, he is very effective. Let me give you a couple examples. His average against last month in August was just 171, so hitters only hit 171 against him, but his ERA was 4.91 because he didn't throw enough strikes, and in 7 of his last 8 outings where he did not have a walk. So again, in his 7 of his last 8 outings where he did not walk a batter, he also did not give up a run. So when he is not walking guys and giving up free bases, Kelvin Bautista is one of the most effective pitchers in the entire Dodgers organization. His slider is absolutely on point. He throws it both to right-handers and left-handers. He gets them both out with it. He throws it to the back door. He throws it to the back foot. He can throw it for the get-me-over. He can tumble it down into the dirt. So Kelvin Bautista, very talented left-hander in the Dodgers organization. I'm glad that you decided to tune in to Dodgers Daily for September 4th, Sunday, September 4th, 2022, and I hope that you tune in tomorrow. I also hope that you visit DodgerPokeReport.com or visit Dodger Poke on all the social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok. I also hope that you become a subscriber to our Dodgers Daily podcast. Go to the podcast streaming service of your choice and click subscribe. Hey, if you like this video, go ahead and like it, leave a comment, tell all your friends, let me know what you think so I can keep providing you content like this in the future. As always, thanks for tuning in, and go Dodgers!